Let's bring in Jonny, who's a Newcastle fan who might go against that general consensus. I don't know. Good evening, Jonny.
Evening, gents. How you doing?
Oh, good, mate.
On goalkeepers first, when you saw that Nick Pope was replacing Dubravka, take the sort of the match out of the equation, the performance out of the equation, how surprised, disappointed, happy were you?
I expected it. Not in a nasty way. I think Andrew hit on the head just there. I think look, Eddie Howe's number one goalkeeper is Nick Pope, and there was a reason why he brought him in a couple of years ago. He thinks that Nick Pope is better than Dubravka, and look, you can argue Dubravka is a lot stronger with his feet than Nick Pope, but Nick Pope has, been the number one for a number of years now, and the defence will be settled with Nick Pope behind him. I don't think it's a massive ordeal, to be really honest with you. I think both keepers are good. I think Nick Pope is slightly better. I think he's a better all-round goalkeeper. The funny thing is, Nick Pope has improved a little bit with his feet, but he's still come to be the worst goalkeeper in the league with his feet, which is obviously a concern, which I think why the Trafford links were mentioned. And obviously with Trafford, he's obviously got a lot of potential. He's only conceded 9 goals, which I think is an absolutely ridiculous stat for the Championship in general. So I don't think it's a long-term problem, because if Trafford does come in the summer, then you can reevaluate and see where you are. But no, I think it's at least our content, considering we've got a very, very difficult game against Liverpool tomorrow.
What are the greatest of your concerns then? Well, the fact that it's Liverpool, I suppose.
Yeah, certainly. I think with Liverpool tomorrow, I don't be surprised if Newcastle switch to a back 5 if Botman is fit to start. I think you'll see the 3 centre-halves come in. Again, if Botman's not fit, maybe Emil Kraft comes out with the cold. It would be a bit of a gamble, considering he hasn't played a lot of football. But I think Newcastle look a bit more solid against the top teams in that particular 3-4-3 formation. I think it'd be a bit unfair, but Lewis Miley probably drops out. I don't think it's probably the right game for him away at Anfield, but again, he's so calm under pressure that it might be a good game for him, who knows. But I wouldn't be against the 3-4-3 formation tomorrow, and then you can reevaluate for Brighton on Sunday. But Liverpool's going to be tough. It's the toughest game of the season, let's be honest. So let's see what we can do against the best right now.
Would you want a back 3, and can you imagine a back 3, Andrew?
I could. I said earlier on when Razor was in, if Botman was fit, it wouldn't surprise me if he went to a back 3, because I think against Arsenal in the second leg of the semi-final, back 3 worked really, really well. Away from home this time against the best side in the country by a long way. They've only lost the 1 league game this season. They went to Manchester City and really controlled the game, even though they only had 36% possession.
Just weren't in trouble.
No, and they moved the ball so quickly. Again, you said they had the ball on the edge of their own penalty area. The goal that was disallowed, 3 passes later, the ball's in the back of Manchester City's net. So I think playing that back 5 gives you a bit more stability, gives you a bit more cover, gives Liverpool less space to play in as well. But then. I agree with Jonny. I think Miley will probably be the one to make way, and that's nothing against his performance at the weekend. But we'll see. I mean, he said that they're close. We don't know how close they are.
Yeah. Very quite.
Yeah, but you see that. I suppose the other thing about it is, do you play a back 3 or do you bring Joe Linton back in for his physicality? Because if you're going to play a back 3, all of a sudden somebody of that midfield goes out.
Yeah.
So it's we'll see tomorrow. But it wouldn't surprise me at all if he played with a back 3.
Yeah. And what does that do? There's more a sort of tactical question that I've not given you a huge amount of time to answer, Jonny. But what difference does that make to wingers, to Jacob Murphy and to Anthony Gordon, if they've got wing backs behind them rather than full backs, do you think?
Yeah, it's a really good question, because with wing backs, I suppose you've always got a different job in terms of defensively. I think going forward, I think Eddie Howe will still want them to go forward as much, but I think both of them are pretty good defensively. I think Jacob Murphy more so, and apart from his blunder on Sunday for the first goal. But on the whole, Jacob Murphy does a very good defensive job. But I think I think it depends on the opposition as well. With the fact that it's Liverpool, the wingers are going to have to do so much work. It's a completely different position. Leandro's probably in a better position to tell me than myself, but it is such a different position because just even positionally, you've got to concentrate so much, and you've got Mohamed Salah, probably the best player in the world right now, on the wing, who's probably going to be doubled up most of the game on Wednesday night. So it's going to be tough.
Yeah. Johnny, thank you very much indeed. Going to leave it there. It's very nearly 7 o'clock at the
Cheers,
time.
Johnny. Take it easy.
As always.